know, out of all things that Nintendo could have revealed in 2024 for the Nintendo Switch before the next Nintendo Switch console was coming out, a horror game was not on my Nintendo 2024 bingo list. And you know what? It really seems like this is a big deal for Nintendo because they're teasing it and not just dropping a Twitter trailer. So it makes me wonder, what the heck is this game? Hey guys, it's Rob here, and welcome back to the Robo Show, where we take the gaming news format that channels like Spawnwood or Arlo do, add a dash of animation and some cool editing on top to bring you your gaming news, leaks, and rumors in a fresh new way. If you're new here and want to be kept up on everything gaming, make sure you subscribe to the channel and leave a like if you enjoy the video and dislike if not, and have that notification bell on so you know when I upload. In this video, we are going to talk about Nintendo teasing a mystery horror game for the Nintendo Switch, which is kinda crazy, GameCube games on the Nintendo Switch as well according to this new Nintendo Switch leak, and some new updates for the Nintendo Switch Sports and other cool Nintendo Switch news. We also do have some Xbox stuff thrown in here because they're doing something really dumb with Game Pass in my personal opinion. So the Nintendo Switch is getting pretty exciting when it comes to the future of the brand. New Nintendo Switch games that look really cool were revealed at the June Nintendo Direct. A new Legend of Zelda, a new Mario and Luigi game, which is still kinda crazy. Am I still dreaming? Metroid Prime 4 looks fantastic and looks to be shaping up pretty well, and just overall the future of the Nintendo Switch has me personally really excited. I don't know about you guys, but often more times than not, we all look back on the older games that Nintendo has given us, some of the older consoles as well. And sometimes we kind of wish these games were on the Nintendo Switch for its portability or some other reason. Maybe the actual game costs $1 bajillion and we can't spend that much money on an older game. Looking at the Pokemon games, those things are extremely expensive. And one such way Nintendo has brought these games to us is the Nintendo Switch Online service, which is why this new Nintendo Switch leak has me really excited for GameCube games on the Nintendo Switch Online service. And for those wondering, well, if they bring those, are they just not going to bring other games that I really want, like Wind Waker or Twilight Princess, to the Nintendo Switch in a pack for the HD version of those? I have some stuff to say on that as well. But anyways, it seems like we might be getting that on the Nintendo Switch Online service, according to this Nintendo Switch leak. This is what it says. According to this overview on Reddit, a user on Family Board, Luigi Blood, posted some custom shipping data. In this was discovered to be possible references to GameCube controllers, with similar names and parts to previous Nintendo Switch Online controllers. Another user, LIC, back this up, but both users still have reservations about what this means. Now, I think the big question here is, when will this actually be revealed? If this reference is to a GameCube controller for the Nintendo Switch Online service is indeed gonna happen, that is. Well, I think the perfect spot would be definitely in September, because Nintendo usually does a Nintendo Direct in September. We always get one. Even with the Nintendo Switch looming, I still think Nintendo's gonna hold that September Nintendo Direct to flesh out more of the holiday season, as well as leading up to February, which is when we get another Nintendo Direct, which is more than likely going to be around the time that the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be revealed, because Nintendo did say it was going to be in 2025, and I think that's when they're going to be doing it, or at least around that. I highly doubt Nintendo's going to throw us a February Nintendo Direct and not do any Nintendo Switch 2 stuff. I personally think GameCube on the Nintendo Switch Online service would be that perfect extra push for the rest of 2024 for Nintendo fans, like the cherry on top of the already loaded sundae that we already have. And I think the big question here is, when it is added, or if it's added, what games will be added first? A key focus on the word first, because we all know what Nintendo does with the Nintendo Switch Online service. They drip feed the games, as much as we don't like that. So what GameCube games will show up first on the Nintendo Switch Online service, especially for something as big as GameCube? One game that's usually thrown around is Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, or maybe even Twilight Princess, or bigger GameCube games. But personally, I kinda want this smaller game from Capcom, Beautiful Joe. Honestly, I am shocked this IP is just gone, dust in the wind. They don't even care about it anymore. I mean, at one point, it even had its own show. I would absolutely love a new game in the series, but other than that, I think other cool games that are not big, like Mario Kart Double Dash or Wind Waker and all that kind of stuff, would be iNinja. If you guys ever played iNinja, let me know in the comment section below. It's kind of a niche game, but I remember enjoying the heck out of that as well with my friend. I also vaguely remember playing Time Splitters on the GameCube as well, so let's add that on the Nintendo Switch Online service as well. I think that would be pretty cool. That game kind kind of just popped in my head as I was recording that, so I just threw that in there. Now, of course, I do want Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, but Star Fox Adventures would be another one as well. The original Animal Crossing would be amazing as well. Kirby Air Riders, that's another one. That was a fantastic game in my opinion. Smash Bros. Melee is another one. But yeah, those are just some of the games I'd love to see on the Nintendo Switch Online service. Part of it is because a lot of the games do have multiplayer, and just having that online multiplayer that the Nintendo Switch Online service allows players to have would be really cool, you know? Now, some people are a little worried that if Nintendo does do GameCube games on the Nintendo Switch Online service, that means games like Twilight Princess HD and Wind Waker HD won't be able to be on the Nintendo Switch Online service. But remember, guys, Mario 64 is on the Nintendo Switch Online service, and it's also in the 35th anniversary game. So I think there is a chance that even if that does come to the Nintendo Switch Online service, I think those HD versions can still come to the Switch as well. I think they can coexist. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this, and what GameCube games do you want on the Nintendo Switch Online service? Drop them down below. And next up, Nintendo is kind of doing something really strange. So we talk a lot about on here on games that we want, like the Zelda games and the Mario games and the new IPs coming back like Mario and Luigi, but honestly, I've never really thought of Nintendo making a horror game. It's not really something I usually think of. It really doesn't seem like it's something that Nintendo would do, but it seems like they're doing just that, or at least that's what it seems like. So if you guys haven't heard about this yet, Nintendo posted a teaser for a Nintendo Switch horror game on Twitter of this man with a bag smiling face or hat on with the hashtag #WhoIsEMIO. Now, EMIO translates to smiling man, I think. Or to be more specific, according to Eurogamer.net, Japanese text at the end of the video translates to smiling man, while the text accompanying the video simply states #WhoIsEMIO, EMIO being a Japanese pronunciation of smiling man. Now, there are a couple things to note here about this specific video, especially when it comes to YouTube's version of that video. One, it's restricted to a higher aged audience, 18+. So this means that this is probably going to be a rated M for mature game, which is really something you don't really see Nintendo doing too often, and not promoting on their Twitter account. At least when it comes to like their very own games. Usually if it's like a third-party game like Doom, they'll do it, but usually they don't do it. And honestly, this is something that I didn't even know I want Nintendo to do. I kind of want to see how this turns out. Like, how would a horror game made by one of Nintendo's developers do on the Nintendo Switch, and what kind of game would it be? Now, as far as information about the game, we don't really know too much, to be honest. Some people think that this is going to be the developer Blooper, who made The Medium on Xbox, according to my Google search anyways, which from what I remember, they did some really cool things with the different versions of the world that you play in. And if they're going to be doing something like that, something very creative, as we know that Nintendo developers like to do with their games, if they can do that but with the horror games, it's going to be really interesting to see what they turn out. Some people do feel disappointed that this could be Blooper, but I don't know. I'm interested to see what they have. I'll give them a chance. I always give games a chance, mostly anyways. There are some games where I'm like, nope, not playing that, but that is a very, very rare occasion. Now, with that being said, I could see this being a September Nintendo Direct reveal when they reveal the full game, but I could also see them just dropping another trailer on Twitter like they did with this one. I mean, companies have done that in the past where they just drop a tease and then later, like a week later, or sometimes even the next day, they'll drop a full-on trailer for the game. Now, one thing that I find really strange about this, ever since I saw this teaser, is why wasn't this at the June 2024 Nintendo Direct? You would think that this would be one of those reveals if it is a Nintendo Switch game. Which, speaking of Nintendo Switch and reveals and the Nintendo Switch 2, some people actually do think this is a Nintendo Switch 2 game, which made the Nintendo Switch 2 trend on Twitter. I don't think this is a Nintendo Switch 2 game, more specifically because the original Nintendo Switch logo appeared in the beginning, and also I don't think they're going to reveal Nintendo Switch 2 games other than ones that will probably be backwards compatible with the original Nintendo Switch and the Nintendo Switch 2. Though I'm sure some people will disagree with me on that. If you do, let me know in the comment section. So what do you guys think about this horror game? Let me know in the comment section below if you're interested in it or you're just not interested in horror games. Honestly, when it comes to horror games for myself, I'm a big fat baby when it comes to it, but I also love them at the same time. Like, I hate that anticipation to being scared, but after I get scared, I'm like, you know what, that was kind of fun. Let me do it again. And moving on to some smaller topics for you guys, some pretty cool ones too at that. Mario Rabbids plus Sparks of Hope is going to have a game trial that is lasting until the 14th of this month. If you guys haven't played this or you enjoyed the first game like I did, definitely check this out, because a lot of times this game is on sale for pretty cheap, and if you want to buy the full game later on and try it out now, now's your chance. The next piece of news for you guys I have is a free update on Nintendo Switch Sports. So this was revealed, I believe, at the June Nintendo Direct, and it's already out today, or at the time of this recording, which is on the 10th. I'm actually cutting into my sleep sleeping time now that I look at the clock right now, but hey, what you gonna do? And by the way, guys, if you guys are enjoying the video so far, leaving a thumbs up and just a comment on the video would help the video along a lot. And moving on to the last topic of today, I think this is kind of interesting. I don't know how this would turn out at all, a Sonic RPG, but it seems that we might be getting one, or at least there is a possibility of one happening. Now, Sonic is actually in a really interesting spot right now. I feel like Sonic has had a huge resurgence in the past like 3 to 5 years. I mean, for the longest time, anytime a new Sonic game would come out, I would always hear how bad these Sonic games were, and recently I've been hearing a lot of great things about Sonic. From the Sonic movie to the Sonic games, Sonic Frontiers got some great reviews, and that Sonic animation, well, not Sonic, it's a Shadow the Hedgehog movie, but you guys get my point. The IP of Sonic seems to be doing really well. The reason why I'm talking about Sonic RPGs and Sonic games is that it seems like we might be able to have a possibility of a Sonic RPG, which the last one, if you guys didn't know, BioWare of all people made a Sonic RPG on the Nintendo DS, and actually, yes, I bought that game and I played it and I never finished it. I remember myself not really getting into it that much. But the Sonic team lead hopes to make another Sonic RPG of his own before he retires. According to the Game Radar article, he's a big fan of RPGs and can't help but wonder, why haven't we done a Sonic RPG in all this time? And I gotta say, I think one of the reasons why a lot of developers don't try it is because Sonic is all about movement, for the most part anyways. In RPGs, you really don't move. It depends on what RPG you're playing, but in most RPGs, you're not really moving really fast, unless it's like an action RPG, which, I mean, at that point, isn't that kind of just like Sonic Frontiers? I don't know, I've never played Sonic Frontiers, so you guys can tell me in the comment section below, but I'm sure there probably wasn't a leveling system and skills that you could have unlocked, right? That's another game that's been on my back catalog as well. A very long back catalog at that. But yeah, if we ever get one, I mean, I'll try it out. I love RPGs anyways, and I actually do enjoy Sonic. I'm not the biggest fan around, of course, but I do enjoy the games when I do play them. So I'd be up for it. I mean, if it's bad, then I'll just say it's bad, you know? Just like Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood. And the last topic today is something on Microsoft. So Microsoft is upping the price of Game Pass again, of course. Now this has confused a lot of people. I mean, people have made full-on charts for this. It looks like one of those Ubisoft charts that you see on Twitter. But Windows Central says this is exactly what we need to know about this. Xbox Game Pass is Microsoft's all-you-can-eat gaming subscription service, which we already knew, incorporating hundreds of games and day one titles from Microsoft's internal studios, including ABK titles like the next Call of Duty, which more than likely that's one of the big reasons why they're increasing the subscription price, other than them spending an insane amount of money to even get this to happen. Similar to Netflix, Spotify, and other services, Microsoft is now increasing the price across all of its existing tiers, including console, ultimate, and PC. Additionally, new users will not be able to sign up for Xbox Game Pass for console. A new standard tier is coming, which will not include day one games, but will include the 100-strong back catalog, similar to EA Access and Xbox Live Gold for multiplayer. Now, one thing I do want to say about this, even though this does suck, I think this is what a lot of us expected. The more games, the more companies Xbox gains, the more day ones they gain, they're going to keep increasing this title. And my question is, when does it stop exactly? When does the idea in their head about the value of Game Pass meet the expectations of the players that are willing to pay for Game Pass? There's gonna be a breaking point. People are already saying that they're just gonna not go for Game Pass anymore. This was the hump that broke the camel's back, or whatever the saying is. Not 100% sure that's how you say that, but you guys know what I mean. It's gonna be interesting to see if, let's say, they buy more studios and have more games and they feel that the value of Game Pass has increased. Are they gonna increase the price again? How many times will it happen, and will it get to just a ridiculous amount where it starts hurting the service more than, honestly, Xbox is already hurting already? I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. After that Xbox showcase, I was really excited for the games coming to Xbox. I mean, a lot of these games look really cool, and if they're good, I'll definitely be picking up an Xbox myself, but I do have to wonder, should I just upgrade my PC? I mean, the Xbox is already going to cost $500, a new CPU in my computer and a graphics card would cost just a little bit over that probably, I would assume anyways, enough to at least play the games at an acceptable rate. I mean, I'm only looking really for 1080p 60 FPS, so I don't see that really costing too much of an upgrade. So is it really worth, for me personally anyways, to get a Xbox Series X? I don't know, I guess we'll see. It's going to be interesting to see what Xbox's whole plan is here. I think they definitely got a lot of good grace from the player base, and even players who were initially invested in the Xbox idea so to speak, or promise that they were making at the beginning of the reveal of the Xbox Series X, and then just over time they kind of fumble after fumble after fumble after promise after promise after promise. I kind of just lost interest. And now after that Xbox showcase, I'm really interested, and these games look fantastic. I mean, I cannot wait to play Perfect Dark and Fable. Those two games specifically have me really excited. If they reveal, I don't know, a new Conker's Bad Fur Day, I'm getting an Xbox Series X, or I'm upgrading my PC to play these games. I miss Conker's Bad Fur Day so bad. But yeah, they are increasing the price. Now, if you want the specific prices, there is a ton of information about that. It's really confusing. But this is the news I just wanted to cover real quick. This video is already, oh my god, 17 minutes without editing anyways. Let's wrap things up here, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Remember, I'm going to be uploading these news episodes every single day, and I'm going to cut these up in topics too, for their separate topics on the channel too. This is so that I can essentially start doing more animation and still be pretty competitive on YouTube, because the YouTube algorithm likes you to upload more, and I'm trying to figure out how I can make new animations and new backgrounds and stuff and still be able to upload consistently, so YouTube doesn't think, oh, you're not uploading, so we're just not going to give you that much reach. And also I'm trying to find more time to do like the bigger animations that I want to do, like the 1993 Mario movie. I already got my character's walk cycle and all that done. Now it's time to move on to the character animation while he's talking, so facial animations, maybe some lip syncing. I don't know, it's gonna be pretty fun. Let me know about your thoughts in today's topics, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.